fluff up the fluffings, the fur on his edge of his, this is the bottom of his coat, and he's got it on the sleeves. And again, just trying to keep it random, even though it'll get to be looking like a pattern. Then I try to just, okay, do it differently, where it won't have a pattern. And you can do this a lot of ways. You don't want to cut it all at the same place. Some of them are deeper than others, and once I get the pattern going like that right there, where that's just one big valley, I'll scoot that out, and that'll change everything on up. But I'll go back and do that after I get it all laid in. And I don't know how many of y'all carve from Roughouts. There's some people that, oh, that's cheating, but it's kind of like, where do you stop or start that? Does everything have to be carved from a log? You know, you can bandsaw it out. Everybody seems to be okay with that. Well, why use a bandsaw? You know, why say, oh, that's okay, but you can't use Roughouts? Anyway, I use Roughouts. It's faster, and it's also a good learning tool if you're a beginner. And it kind of has stuff set in, like the arms will be set and the legs, so you kind of don't get too far off in trying to get stuff proportioned right if you hadn't done that before. And so it can help you learn. And again, this is just the way I do it. I'm not saying it's right or it's the best way. It's just the way I do it, and I'll change up. I do carve from just logs and sticks and scraps, and I carve from Roughouts. I carve from other people's Roughouts. I carve my own Roughouts. And in fact, I have a little Roughout machine here in my shop where I can do 2 at a time. Usually use it when I'm actually working on a pattern and I want to go over there and make a couple of carvings and check it and make sure everything's just right. I do some Christmas ornaments that are from Roughouts, and I send those off because that guy can do, I don't know, 24 at a time, and that's a lot more than 2 at a time. In fact, it's 22 more than 2 at a time. Kind of carving this from top to bottom, not putting a lot of detail in it right now. During the last intermission, I went and smoothed off the base down here and cut a lot of the waste out of it. Now I'm going to fix them to do the shoes. And I will say, like, if I do another one of these, I'll probably not carve it the exact same order. I just kind of jump around, and this one, it just kind of worked out that I went from top to bottom. Try not to take too much off, but you do want to get it to where you can tell there's wrinkles in his boots. And I am left-handed, and so I have learned to carve right-handed, but it doesn't. I don't have all the control still right-handed that I do left-handed, so I don't like to carve right-handed a lot, but it does save time, especially during the rough out phase where you're just knocking stuff off. And sometimes, like doing faces, it just helps where you don't have to turn the carving over or something. You can just change tool hands. Want to smooth this boot out all around. I'll come back in with the V tool and separate it from the fur on his pants. And this is just kind of smoothing it and putting some wrinkles in. Like as often as many miles as he puts on these boots, you know, they'll be well worn. Won't be like new boots, unless he got them for Christmas. The V tool and outline these boots. Just going around the bottom of the boots. I did have some shortening time on these V tools. I got a couple of them that's about the same size. Like on this edge right here, I'll move this down a little bit. This edge right here I'll also shape, because I know it goes in right there around that ankle, and then comes out thicker around the toes. I don't know if y'all can hear that noise every now and then, but we had a rain and it's still falling off the trees here. Also, I'll be shaping that in. I'll be digging in with the tool. Going in there, and that's the heel part, and then kind of digging in right there where this instep would be. Just carve as much as I can from that side, and then make it match up the back. Be putting just a little bit of a heel on these, not like a big cowboy boot heel. Boot heel, huh? Not like a cowboy boot heel. Sometimes it's funny, only to yourself. And I'll just do the same thing here, go around the back, establish a little bit of where the heel will be. I'm trying to get good shots with that with the camera, but I am careful about where my finger goes. I know sometimes it looks the finger in front of the knife, which you should never have. Because as long as both of them's behind the knife, you're not going to cut yourself with it. And I don't wear gloves, any kind of carving gloves. And like I said, I definitely don't recommend that, but it works for me. And I do cut myself, so. Speaking of which, I need to go buy some bandages. I cut myself the other day and didn't have any out here. So I'll do that after I get through here. And just got to come from there to there, so look how that worked out. Then I'll go up here on the top, put in where I want the top part of the fur to be, and then I'll come back with that gouge and pretty that up where it'll look all fluffy. Well, that hurts right there when you rub a knuckle. Maybe I should hold it differently. Man, it got colder today. Yesterday it got pretty warm, seasonably warm, unseasonably warm. A little bit warmer than it should have been in January. Rained all night last night here. So it's cool today. Kind of look, because I don't know, I don't want to get too far off where I can't make those match up. As I'm doing this, I'm thinking, wow, you know, I went from the top down, and then at some point I got on the bottom, and now I'm going bottom up. And this is the same pattern here as the fur everywhere else, just make it seem like a random pattern. And again, I'll lay this in, and I'll go back over it, and if I find a spot that looks too regular, I'll put in an extra or take one out. This is also a laminated piece. This, I guess I should have measured it to see exactly how big it is, but it's kind of hard to get big pieces of wood now to make roughhouse for these bigger carvings. And you can, I don't know, you can see right there where the wood changes. This is darker. Glue line goes up through there. I don't think it'll be real noticeable when it's finished, but okay, so I'm calling this one done for now. Well, I said that, and then I just see a place over here that needs a little cleaning up. There's going to be a little bit more cleaning up to do on here, but this is pretty much carved now. I'll do some finishing on it. Get a little closer to the face. There's the hat. He's got the list, the fur, the shoes, the boots, and the base. And there's the back of it. He's got a belt on. Hair, the fuzz to go around the back of the coat, the little tassel there. But this is it. I'm finished with this one. I'm calling this one done. Oh, this little deal is brought to you by Branson, Missouri. Well, actually, not really, because I don't have any affiliation with Branson other than going up there and giving them a lot of money through the years. But anyway, no official sponsorship, but this one's done here. As far as carving, I'll clean it up a little bit and paint it, and then it'll be ready to go. And this is, I guess, officially my first completed carving of 2024. I'm going to do a couple more of these this year, so if you want it, get it now. Get it early. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe and the like button, as they say. Thanks. Bye.